There we go. Don't ask. I knew I had no sound. I'm like, wait 1 minute before you post. I've got sound. I just got to push a button. Y'all, we're going to be covering the Summer Wells case today, and it's like the universe is being like ironic. How so? Well, I've got tree trimmers here. Yeah, they just across the street showed up and been trimming trees for 2 days. And let me close that. In the Summer Wells case, there's new leaked info. So Michelle Walks, or Michelle After Dark, had also received a tip that she was keeping kind of quiet. But then it came out on Jenkins, and now it's coming from different directions. And that is that the FBI allegedly, and this is just rumor, no one's been able to truly confirm this, it's all leaked information, source unknown. Michelle says she can trust her source, that is very, very good. And so with that being said, it's been stated or alleged or suggested, or, you know, everything we share here is alleged because we have nothing that the FBI said this or TBI. No, it's just what is accumulating on the rumor mill. What's going on the YouTube streets is that the FBI finally tracked down the red Tacoma truck, and that when they investigated it, a lead led them to the 3500 block at Van Hill Road, which we now know is the property owned by a little old man named Paul Hill. None of us are really like, oh my God, Paul Hill did something. No. But others have access to his property. Now, what that does is it causes a lot of us that have been in this case since day one to go, OMG, because do you remember the whole thing about tracking this red Tacoma truck and how we've been misled so many times in the past that the truck had been found and debunked? So I went back. I don't know what you're going to think of all of it, but I collected all kinds of the details that'll jog your memory, and it still leaves me with questions, let alone that I myself recently, after the tip was released, saw a post, and I searched all day for it and can't find it, where a woman, alleged, and that's my Jack Russell's playing, so you're going to hear growling, you're going to hear tree trimmer, you're going to hear a wood chipper. It's real life, not AI. It's real time, like I'm here with you. I lost my train of thought, but the whole thing is that the woman, she had posted that she had purchased Paul Hill's red truck, and that the TBI contacted her and had went over the truck and had cleared it, and then, quote unquote, what it said was she sold it to a member of the church. And I didn't really get that. It wasn't like I was like, who's that member of that church? Could that be Donald Weld's church? But lo and behold, when I go back on this new leak tip, and I'm like, let me just type in and jog my memory here about the red Tacoma truck and what we were going over and what we came up with, and this gets alarming, especially the way that this person, I'm just going to end this live with the post she made, that it's her post that just, I was like, why have I never seen this post before? And what the heck does it mean? So there's a lot to kind of get over. I'm not saying that this has any bearing to the crime, which I do believe it's a crime, of Summer Wells missing. I'm just kind of saying, what do you think of all this? Because remember where this all led us last time. So if the FBI found the Tacoma truck, was it related to Paul Hill's sons, maybe, allegedly? He's got 2 sons. We've heard that one of them, Randy Hill, who's a tree trimmer. Ironic, right? I've got tree trimmers right outside my window. And oh, it's horrifying to watch them because they cut like really high up. We have huge trees, and they're at the treetop with this little crane, and the guy on it looks about 14, which I'm sure he's in his 20s, but OMG, I'm like, I can't watch this. It's horrifying. Needless to say, with the idea that Summer Wells went missing on June 15th, we have some time unaccounted for around 2-ish till about 6:30. That's about that 4-hour missing time. We say that because even Ronnie Lawson out of Hawkins County had that friend allegedly that worked for him for 27 years. She retires. She starts getting into the Summer Wells case online, and Ronnie says to her, hey, you want to help? Go ask them YouTubers to ask Candace where the missing 4 hours, right? So welcome to 1111 True Crime. Mama D in the house with ya. Let's say hi to a few of our beautiful live audience. Hi, Carla Burgeon. And I want to say thank you, amazing, to my replay crew, because you guys are incredible. And thank you also because I noticed like a lot of people are like hyping my channel. Mind blown. Thank you. That is incredible and I appreciate it. Hi, Jennifer Swain. Hi, Carla Burgeon. Hi, Anna D. How are you? Prime Candy, good to see you. Seahawk, Red Charm, and everybody else that's here. We have a lot to go over. Hey, Salon. Nodar, good to see you. Allison, good to see you. All right, you guys. So down here, look down here. Is the red truck finally really located? All we have, like I said, is rumors, and I'm not gonna tell you that I have a delivery right now too. So not only are we gonna have the wood chipper, the wood trimmer, the dog's barking, but we have a delivery, which is gonna make them go nuts. But I have all the curtains shut. Maybe they won't notice. All right. Let's stay on track here, So let's get into this a little bit. We've got this message that came from November 19th from Jason K. Jensen, the PI. And he put, Summer Wells, remember the sighting of the red Tacoma or Toyota Tacoma? Was this the correct vehicle? Question. The owner of this vehicle sold his Tacoma in August of 2022. Summer went missing in 2021. He sold it in August of 2022. That so happens to be when a certain somebody of the church purchased a red Tacoma after her dad died. How is she connected? She was the assistant teacher to Summer Wells, and she was Summer Wells's heart. Summer Wells adored Robin Lane. Now, am I saying Robin Lane had something to do with the disappearance of Summer Wells? No, I'm not. However, there is some weird what's going on here with Robin. All right. So I find that interesting. And when you look at the vehicle, I don't see a ladder rack. Could it have had one? It's possible. They usually do leave marks on the back of the, and on the sides of the vehicle where the metal kind of, rubs. I don't know. I'm just asking what you think, So let's get into this. I was watching Michelle Walks because I love her channel too. I love her dogs, right? I need lotion. This is the only time I sit down during the day, really. And that's where my lotion is. So, try come through, right? All right. So, I was watching Michelle Walks with her beautiful dogs. And her new little dog is so cute. And she was like me when this dropped last night. Now, I didn't jump on the horn like Michelle because I don't know, I needed more time on it to really look at what all we're about to show you. Anyway, she grabbed the clip from Jenkins, who is a local to the area and where a lot of the leak tips come from are locals within the area of where Summer lived. I think so too, Notar. I think so too. It would leave marks on the truck, you would think, unless it was like put on as a disguise and it was only on for a day or two. Just saying. Roswell, good to see you. She has always given me a weird feeling. You're talking about Robin Lane. Oh, I went home to do chores before going to see Candace after being told Summer was gone. Right. Yeah, she went home. Okay, yeah. That's why she got there so late. A lot of people have been suspicious of Robin Lane and a lot of these characters, right? These actors, because they're playing a role, you can tell. But in this, it's not just because we're suspicious in nature, which that can be true too. I mean, if you have anything to do with a missing kid, you're going to be thoroughly looked at if we're covering the case. Hold on, I'm going to wet my whistle because I talk so much. Yabba yabba. It's also because of the comments and the statements these people make. You just wait. I've got interviews, I've got posts from Robin, as well as I'm thinking, did the FBI finally go, oh, okay, so Paul Hill sold it to a lady that claimed that the church bought it. And then at the very same time that all took place, Robin of the church just happens to buy a red Tacoma truck. And what she did was, I kid you not, you're about to find out that Robin took it upon herself without contacting and verifying through TBI or FBI or Hawkins County or a single soul. She took it upon herself to cross out the red Tacoma truck on the flyer she was handing out. And say, we're not looking for the truck anymore. That comes out of her own mouth in the Chris McDonough interview. I'll show you that. So without validation, verification, or any authority, she decides that it's worth crossing off the red Tacoma truck on the missing posters of Summer and say, not interesting anymore. Done deal. And continue to pass those out. Right? It gets weird. And then she makes some comment, which we're going to get into, but she literally makes the comment. Let me make sure I still have it. Yeah, this comment about, I'm sure someone carried out a secret mission. Yeah. Okay. I don't know about you, but that's just something weird to say. So let's listen to Michelle Walks for just a minute. This is Michelle After Dark. She has two channels. She has Michelle Walks and she has Michelle After Dark. I think Michelle Walks is her Christmas, cold case Christmas thing. And I just happened to say the wrong channel. But she has both channels. Let's go ahead and give a listen to this.
Saying I have some information, you're just going to have to trust me, it's a credible source, but it makes absolute sense as to why the FBI, the TBI, Hawkins County, etc. searched property belonging to Paul Hill in the 3500 block of Van Hill Road, which was 9.5 miles away from the Wells home. By the way, where are Don and Candace? Are they really in hiding? Are the TBI really looking for them?
That's the other thing. I have everybody asking me, where are Don and Candace Wells? Now, they did give statements to the media saying that they think this is all drama and they're just going to wait and see what happens. Since when do Don and Candace, Don Wells, not have something to say? Since when? Wow. All right, let's get back into this.
This information I held back appears now to be out. I'll play the clip now.
Still kind of like, whoa, this is freaking me out. Said that Randy seen Summer that morning in the back of the truck sleeping. Well, Randy is a tree trimmer, and he lived on, as Paul's his dad, right? Paul is his dad. And he owned a red Toyota Tacoma truck. The truck was sold in 2022, and they hunted it down. Wow. My goodness. He was placed there that morning, I know. Well, actually, Ziggy talked to another one of the tree trimmers, and that tree trimmer said, there was a couple tree trimmers there. They asked her, Randy who? And he's like, I can't remember his last name, and da-da-da-da-da. Randy who? And he was one of the tree trimmers. Did you not hear that, Ryan? So one of the tree trimmers is the one that said this. This was before Ziggy was with Fred. This is when Ziggy went up there. And you didn't hear this? Oh, wow.
So, seeing as the information is out, well, I'm going to confirm that from a credible source, I heard that the Toyota Tacoma was tracked down by the FBI. Remember I said it was an FBI tip that led them to Van Hill Road. It was tracked down. And whatever evidence they found in there made them search the property, the 3500 block of Van Hill Road.
How interesting that is, right? Okay, there's so much more to go over. Now, I want to remind you, because I remembered it today when I was listening to this, you probably will remember, we were also very suspicious of Andy Bernard. We were asking, because locals were like, Andy's relative owns a red Tacoma truck. Andy's family. And it turns out Andy's related to Paul Hill, and it was Randy Hill that was driving the red Tacoma truck. So that rumor technically would have been true. Very interesting. So I hope you caught all that about allegedly, rumor has it that somebody has leaked information that FBI has found. Again, we've heard rumors in the past. I mean, if you just go look up, has a red Tacoma truck been found in the Summer Wells case, you're going to get about 30 videos from long ago, all different times, where somebody claimed that the red Tacoma truck that they're looking for was found. But what was weird, let me see which one this is. Okay. So it all started back in the day. This would have been 4 years ago. That nerdy addict who also did some of the research and drone footage in the Brian Laundrie and Gabby Petito case and got well known for it there, had come out and said he had done some research and that he was alleging that, yeah, Robin Lane had a red Tacoma truck for months. Turns out he was right. Okay, so I'm going to show you that first. Now, I like to give a shout out to all the beautiful channels that have worked on Summer Wells' case. The first channel I told you was Michelle After Dark, and she has Michelle Walks, and this is Evil Exists, and shout out to all his hard work.
The addict has been doing an amazing job of assisting with missing persons cases. He has a drone, and the footage he obtains is so clear and insightful. He was the one that got the footage of Brian Laundrie's parents in their garden as well. Anyway, it was said that Robin, from the church that Summer and her family attends, owns a red Toyota Tacoma. As shocking as that may seem, there is more to this. Robin didn't deny that they owned a red or maroon Toyota truck. Nerdy Addict messaged Candace to find out what she thought about Robin and the red Tacoma. Candace replied that Robin is a good person and helping her get teeth done. I am not sure what that has to do with the red truck, but that is what Candace said. Something that came to my mind when I heard about this is the fact that Robin was one of the first people they called when Summer went missing. She drove up to their house that night. She has also been involved in handing out missing flyers for Summer and attending the prayer vigils. She has definitely faced her fair share of backlash, as people speculated that she was involved in Summer's disappearance. A strange occurrence is the blue minivan comment that Candace and Dawn made on Dr. Phil. Have you heard of a blue minivan in the Summer Wells case at all? It caught me by surprise. Why did they all of a sudden mention a blue minivan?
All right, you guys, hold on. Why didn't Candace just say, yeah, she is a red Tacoma truck? Right? Because she does. She does. But here's a big question. Let's ask this, because this gets wild. And we can't forget about the actions people have taken that are so incredibly sus. Who told, this is the question that this creator asked, who told Robin in July that the red truck had been ruled out when it still has not been ruled out? That's wild. Because listen to what she does here. Hold on. Listen to what she does here.
Do you know anything about the red truck?
Okay, so that red truck, I've been told, has been, they already talked to the person. And
It's been eliminated?
It's been eliminated. Thank you for the word, yes.
Okay.
So that, actually, I was going through these and I was Xing it out, and because I just don't think that we need to be looking for a red truck.
Well, and that's one of the reasons, right?
I know.
Never mind. You don't have to hit the like button when I can't even remember to unmute. Sorry, lovelies. Thank you. Yeah, I got it. So what made her think it was okay? Because she thought we didn't need to be looking for the red truck anymore. Robin literally states that she crossed it off and put ruled out on the flyers because she thought we didn't need to be looking for that red truck anymore. She never called TBI because they would have told her, yeah, we're still looking for the red truck. She never called Hawkins County. She never validated or verified it. And so she was absolutely telling people to ignore the actual lead that the TBI was wanting found. Because she thought we didn't need to be looking, her words, because she thought we didn't need to be looking for a red truck anymore. It is highly sus, Allison, and it's just going to get more sus as we go. Stickman feels, in their opinion, she should be charged with tampering. She was the assistant Sunday school teacher. And you know, she hid that she had that red truck for a long time. Hey, Kawana, good to see you, lovely. Appreciate you joining our chat. This is just wild. Okay. Sorry about it. I won't mute again. I'll just leave it. I was muting it so that you could hear better because I got the tree trimmers, right? Yeah, Summer's Sunday school teacher, right. Robin was Summer's heart. Summer adored Robin. Like, clinged to Robin, right? Hey, Jamie Brown. Good to see you. Thank you for joining chat. Nubspace says, that is why she is knowing something. Right, Kawana. The red truck owned by Randy Hill was sold in 2022. Right. Okay. Let's go ahead and listen to this interview. I'm going to back it up because this is worth hearing again.
Do you know anything about the red truck?
Okay, so that red truck, I've been told, has been, you know, they already talked to the person and
It's been eliminated?
It's been eliminated. Thank you for the word. Yes.
Okay.
So that actually, I was going through these and I was Xing it out, and because I just don't think that we need to be looking for a red truck.
Well, and that's one of the
Was it somebody in the church that also put a post out the other day saying that when they bought the truck from Paul Hill, that TBI came and looked at the truck and cleared it? And then they sold it to somebody at the church. Well, Robin's at the church and her family buys a red Tacoma truck around the same time. Who told her that? And it had to be somebody Robin trusted, right? Unless we are to just look at it suspicious and go, well, maybe she didn't want us to find the red Tacoma truck. Or did someone legit tell her that? It'd be interesting to track the sale of that vehicle from Paul Hill and so forth. Chloe says, seriously, I don't feel, because we got to add that church is real, or no, isn't a real normal church. I get bad vibes from the start. Well, there are all kinds of rumors, y'all, and these are complete rumors. I've never, ever been able to validate any of it. But remember Waco, Texas, and the whole compound with David Koresh or whoever that was, the dude that had all the little kids locked down there and all that. It's been alleged that Robin Lane was one of those kids and that her family was in on that Waco, Texas thing. I don't know if it be true or not. Could be complete BS. Could be. Okay. Let's keep going.
reasons, right?
I know.
Why it's important to keep fresh
Why don't
information
you
out there. Because the
pull it out?
investigation's going on, but they're so busy, they can't come up and say, hey, by the way, we're not looking for this red truck
Okay,
anymore.
hold on.
I know.
Wait,
It
wait.
wasn't until after.
This says from Chasing. The first flyer was sent to me August 3rd, 2021. Robin sent flyers out and crossed off the Tacoma second pick as messages from Robin. And you can see it says ruled out and it's got the cross through it. It says Nerdy Addict says Robin owns such a truck. Of course, TBI must know all of this already. It's a surprise to me because I'd never heard she did. Wild. Well, she's gonna tell us, yeah, she owns a red truck.
After I got a big stack of those, that I was informed that that was no longer a truck that was.
Who informed her?
Okay, that's good
been
information.
just-
So you're at information.
Do you see her? Shh, shh.
So you're at information. So you're at information. So you're at.
This is from Leslie Earhart, right? It says no one has shared a description of the driver. A person who drives that route as part of their job reported seeing the truck near Summer's home on June 14th or 15th. We have more information about the truck on our newsroom blog. All she would have had to do before she altered missing child's posters evidentiary search. I mean, what is that piece of paper, that missing piece of paper? It's literally to get the leads to solve the case to find the missing child. As far as I know, it is not legal to alter TBI's missing posters. I know you cannot change the pictures out on them. So is there some sort of a reason why she didn't feel the need to call up TBI and be like, hey, are you still looking for that red Tacoma? I don't want to be stupid and mark it off if you're still needing that information. Oh, by the way, there's this guy that was selling a red Tacoma and me and my hubby bought it. How about that kind of a call? How about you want to come over and check it out just in case? Because I love Summer Wells, and if I can help in any way, I will. Where was that call? Obviously, it never happened. Okay, listen to this. Be honest is saying. Another weird thing about the church is that the preacher, he lived next to the property where the unfinished cabin, that was a big topic early on. I know what you're talking about. It had like the tar paper and then the wood, the tar paper, the wood. Yeah. That preacher suddenly quit preaching at the church. He did. Yep. How about when it was like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 black Subarus, the exact same kind that Candace had just got, only hers was red, but all of them came up there to the Wells property one time? What was that about? And we were told that was the church. That was the church heads, right? It's just weird. Ugh. Okay. Chloe's talking about that church allegedly having catalogs, okay? But what is even weirder is that Robin herself, from my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be very wrong, but at the same time, I got it from a reliable source, that their church also goes over and does missionaries, right? Does missions for the church in these little other countries that need help. All right? Just saying. Kind of reminded me of like Romania's Angels kind of thing, right? I'm just saying, if you know anything about the Romanian Angels and let's just say Erica, if you know, you know, right? And if you don't, you should check into it. Cammy, she didn't get it from her grandpa. She is going to tell us where she got it from, in the sense that she says they outright purchased it after, and she's using the death of her father as a timeline. Not that she got it from her dead father, right? But as a timeline of when she got it was around the time her father passed. But it is not from her father, okay? I didn't mute because I'll forget. Okay. What's new? I just got here. Don't follow that closely. I know stuff is brewing again. Right. All right. So that's just weird. She's all the different posters, right? Hiding that. All right. I wanted you to look at this. This is interesting.
Just the rumor.
Watch the way how well Summer interacts with Robin. All right, and this is for those that are newer to the case and are not familiar with who Robin is. Also, you can hear this creator. Let me get their name. So that was the interview room. Give them credit. Now we're headed to, hold on, I got to hit it just right, Zav Girl, okay? Here we go. Maybe. Here we go. Just giving you some context.
Just the rumor going around because there's a text message. Maybe there is some confirmation somewhere out there. I'm not 100% sure, but what I do know is I did see a text message and a lot of people saying that she had a red truck, a red Tacoma. So if you guys know that to be for sure confirmed or not confirmed, I know what I could find is because she didn't deny it, that people were saying that must mean that she has a red truck because somebody had asked her and she didn't deny it. But I would definitely need more than that to confirm or not confirm it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't just say, oh, well, she didn't answer, so that means that she has one. But maybe somebody has already dug a little bit deeper and found out that she really does have one.
She really has one. Here we go. Robin herself. Let's listen for a minute.
First of all, yes, we do own a red truck, a red Tacoma truck. My husband bought it 2 weeks before my dad passed away. So it was about a month ago, less than a month ago, my husband bought this truck. So nobody needs to wonder if this truck is in any way related to the one that is involved in the Summer Wells case, because we just got it. And we would have to be a special kind of stupid to purchase the truck that was the one that...
Okay, hold on. Wait. So you're going to go through here, Robin, and you're going to tell us how you're tired of people acting like you had something to do with Summer Wells missing and all this, but then you're going to tell us that you and your husband a month ago, after Summer went missing, decided to go out and purchase knowing that a red Tacoma truck was what they're looking for, and you're already a suspect by the public's account in so many ways, even if it's not true. But you decided to just be some kind of special, and by the very truck in question, y'all help me. Y'all think that? You think that? I think she lying. I think she lying. Oh, Anna. Anna says if Summer was adopted through the church with Don and Candace's permission, that would explain the lack of emotion or interest in finding Summer, just my opinion. But why would they report her missing? You know? Why report her missing? If you're literally, I mean, you can go through and do that legally too. Why report her missing? That doesn't make sense to me. BB Diamond, special kind of stupid. I don't know. A dental assistant, yeah. Tracy Bischoff says Robin and the church had nothing to do with it. Well, Tracy, I'm so glad you were there. You can tell us who did then. Last thing you'd be buying. That's what I feel, Allison. You think she liked the attention? Maybe. Me think the lady does protect too much. Nubs Peace says she is definitely lying. She is knowing. Look how Summer was with her. And the post she's going to make. Well, she already made it, but I'll show you. Carla believes Robin and the church are sus. She didn't turn said truck in. Correct. Make me wonder about her affiliation now. Why didn't she call TBI and go, hey, y'all are looking for a red Tacoma truck? We just bought one. Yeah, I just bought one. And I've been marking off the missing posters. I've been all the red Tacoma trucks on there and put, you know, what'd you write? No more? So I can't remember. Okay.
That the police are looking for. So I can assure you that this is not the truck. But if anyone wants to pull the records and find out, they're more than welcome to find out. It's not exactly
Give me your VIN number. I'll
secret
pull
information. I am definitely not a spokesman for the family, and in several interviews that I have done, I feel like people try to take the words that I say and try to use them as somehow information directly from the family, or make me out to be some kind of representative for the family. And I just want to clear that up right now, that I am.
What if we find out that Randy belongs to the Church of Dons? Wouldn't that be something? Oh, I'd love to have the roster of members to Don Wells's church, right?
I'm a human being.
I mean, really, honestly, if Paul Hill sold his truck in 2022, did a church member buy it? Because this is Robin saying she just bought a truck, right? And I believe this was about that time. He sold it to someone in the church. It's just weird. It's weird. And it's possible, y'all, that the red truck got used by Randy in a nefarious way, allegedly, or someone else that had access to the red Tacoma truck. Maybe. And then they sold it, and Robin was just unknowingly was like, my gosh, that's so weird. We're buying a red Tacoma truck, and we're looked at by all kinds of people suspiciously in the Summer Wells case, and now we got to drive around in a red Tacoma truck. Oh my God, this is going to cause a lot of problems, but you know, I'm just going to do it. I don't know, y'all. Superfly, you think she hid Summer? Yeah, ruled out. That's it. Kim is Ladybug says she crossed a red truck and ruled out. Fact. Hey, real life. I mean, we just hit it on this channel. We ain't gonna waste time, right?
I cherish their friendship. I really do.
Okay,
I'm honored that I was a friend of this family.
Hold up. I gotta outdo the tree trimmers out there. Y'all, I actually have to just almost stand up and walk away to play this video. because she's going to go into about a 3-minute banter, right? Where she's praying to bring this family, Dawn and Candace, and the boys home to Dawn and Candace and Summer back to her family. She just wants to reunite this family. What kind of Satan's helper would pray that these boys get taken out of a beautiful foster home where they're getting fed, they're getting loved, they're getting cared for, and placed back in that hellhole of a dungeon filled with sex videos on the damn TV, roaches running all over, eating frozen pizzas that probably are not even cooked. But you're gonna pray to your God, because my God would not do that. But you pray to your God, Robin, that this whole family gets reunited. I'm sorry. That's sick. That is absolutely sick in the head. That you want the children removed from foster care where they're loved and they're cared for and they're clean and they're fed and they're treated good, and put back over on that hill with their nasty ass, drug addicted, alcoholic, abusive hellhole of a parents. They're not even parents. Okay? So I'm never done this in my life, but I am literally going to walk away a minute and I'm going to finish you listening to this without me even, I can't hear it one more time. I heard it and I was off to feed. I was like, who in the hell, what is wrong with you, girl? No. So here you go.
I hope that I can continue to be, because I can assure you right now that I don't know anyone that has been more attacked than this family has. I know that a precious little girl is missing, and there's a lot of good intentions that come along with it, but attacking this family has done nothing but hurt the family, and it's not helping Summer. And so I just want to say that I cherish my friendship with them, and I never want to do anything that would hinder that relationship and that friendship. When Summer comes back home, if and when she comes back home, and I pray that she does, I'm hoping that we will be still friends, that we will be unified, that her family will still be together, that her mommy and daddy will still be together, that her brothers will be back at home, and that they can all be together as a family. That's my biggest hope right now. And I want to be a part of that. All right, so all in all, I just want to say thank you to everyone who is out there trying to find Summer and restore this family. That's really ultimately what I think our ultimate goal should be, is just to restore this family. And I'm hoping that she'll be back very soon. I really do have hope. It's not a false hope. It's not just a positive feeling. I really do believe that this little girl is going to come home. And I think that if we can all just get together in prayer and just pray for her, I do think that this miracle could happen. And I think it will happen. So thank you guys.
That the family gets restored. Ugh. Sorry, guys. That's too much for me. That is just... First time I've done the online. All right, let's listen to some more Robin. Let's see, is this more?
That Robin in fact owns a red...
Oh, this is Evil Exists' take on that. And again, hats off to Evil Exists. I really appreciate your channel. Here we go.
That Robin in fact owns a red truck too. Take note that Robin never confirmed with any official that the red truck had been ruled out. However, she still decided to go ahead and print missing posters, excluding the red truck. She handed them out at a prayer vigil, and mentioned that they even sent some to Mexico. It just seems odd that she would do all that without even thinking for a second to confirm this information with the authorities. What do you think? It seems like she was determined to make people forget about the red truck.
She has flyers too. That's pretty cool.
You know, she reminds me of Erica Kirk. I could, in my mind, I can imagine Robin Lane running some Romanian Angels. And wait till you see her post after all this. Anyway, look. This is a picture, right? Look at this picture, y'all. This is right off her Facebook. Yep. See the ladder rack? And it's all beat up. That's just blowing my mind. Okay, hold on a minute. Let's get back over here. So this is a comment. I want you to pay close attention to what Robin Lane wrote herself. This is very concerning to me. She says, "Thank you for your commending words. I'm sure someone carried out a secret mission because a little girl is missing and nobody seems to know where she is. I'm praying continually that this mysterious person comes forward with Summer alive and well." Job 12:22. He uncovers deep things out of darkness and brings the shadow of death to light. Reveal, rescue, and restore is my prayer. Reveal, rescue, and restore. Diana Sumner Halder is saying, this is her, not me, I'm just reading her comment. She says, allegedly, SDA Church had an adoption section on its site when I checked after Summer got gone. It was like a catalog you could browse with pictures and descriptions. I never saw that, and that is alarming. Shona says, it's really creepy. Robin is so strange. They are all involved, in my opinion. I know, Kim's Ladybug. What in the world is Robin talking about? Secret mission. She literally says, I'm sure, like I'm positive, I'm sure someone carried out a secret mission because a little girl's missing and nobody seems to know where she is. Yeah, secret mission, right? So there was also this post in an article about Candace where Candace gave a very limited interview, right, that we heard about. And it says, both parents have brought up the red or maroon 1998-2000 Dakota Tacoma pickup, whose owner law enforcement was seeking to question as a witness. This is Candace, y'all, and she says, quote, "We really need help finding this red pickup truck with the ladder rack." Wells posted on, this could be Dawn too, I'm not sure, but I think it is Candace. "We really need help finding this red pickup truck with the ladder rack." Wells posted on Facebook July 8th. "Not sure of make, maybe Toyota. Your kid's missing and it's on her missing posters. How are you not aware?" All right, not the one pictured, but something like it. "I just found out that it was parked at the bottom of our driveway around the time of Summer's disappearance. Please help us locate this truck. It did have buckets in the back." Candace mentioned the truck 10 days later in an interview in the Review. She goes on to say, a $50,000 reward for any information about the red truck or who drove it or whatever. You'd think that person would have dropped like a drop of a hat and just jumped on that, she said. They found one truck over on 81 and 36 or something like that, and the license plate was removed, so they ran the VIN and it come back to 101 Ben Hill. Okay, 101 Ben Hill. There's not even a 101 Ben Hill down here. So they wrote that off as pretty much a lost case because they didn't run into nothing. They didn't track down nobody or nothing, I guess Candace said. 101 Ben Hill. And there was another truck that they had found alongside of the road with ladder racks on it, and it wasn't the truck, they said. Half the time they told me it was a Nissan, half the time they told me it was a Toyota. I don't know what this truck is, who witnessed the truck, I don't know that either. No clue. I keep telling people, I wish I knew what happened, Candace said. Now, this is the one time I have to hand it to Candace. This is a pretty much straightforward comment. It makes sense. She says, they asked me, do you know where your daughter is? I'm like, if I knew where my daughter is, she'd be right here with me. I mean, that's a dumb question to me. That's just plain ignorant, Candace says. But did she say no? Did she say no? No, she never denied. I'm like, if I knew where she was, she'd be right here with me. I mean, that's a dumb question. She actually does one of the things that you do not want a parent of a missing child to do, which is completely make it like a crazy idea for suggesting a question about your missing child. Instead, if you're accused of something, why would you just say, no, I have no clue where my daughter is? No. She never says no. She never denies knowing where her little girl is. Now, if the church happened to have Summer, allegedly, that could also explain this. We'll see her in the resurrection. Jesus is the way kind of behavior with Dawn and Candace, right? That makes you wonder about that too. And that is what I have today. I just think that it's so interesting that we've had this leaked information, allegedly, possibly all rumors, but even Michelle After Dark is saying, or Michelle Walks, I can never remember which channel to call her, she's even saying that her source, which she feels is very reliable, is saying the FBI found the red Tacoma truck and that is where the lead came from that took them over to 3500 block of Van Hill. So, you feel me? You feel me? Lurking Brave says they located the truck at Van Hill. Right. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all have a lot to say. Dawn has been screaming that Summer has been trafficked. Could be. Wouldn't that be something? What if it was all a church thing? I'm just hypothetical throwing spaghetti at the wall. What if somebody, like maybe it wasn't a pedo thing? Maybe it was like a rescue for Summer? Like this secret mission to save her? And maybe the church was like, let's take the little girl. But why only take the girl if you feel so bad? Why would you not have a heart and want to save all the little boys too? Why still just the little girl? I don't know. That seems weird. Kawana says, according to a content creator, allegedly, we don't know for sure, who allegedly thoroughly searched Randy Hill and is on the same registry as Don Wells, also a fugitive of the law. I do not know if that's true or not. I do not know. Robin is, okay, we'll go allegedly. Robin is highly involved. What normal church people go and hang out with Summer's parents? I don't know what you're saying, hon. I think there is some interesting connections here. I just don't know exactly what they are. But I do know the poster. I don't know the poster, but I do know I saw what this person wrote, that they are a member of the church, that they are the ones that bought the truck, the red Tacoma truck, from Paul Hill, and that they bought it in 2022. They made the claim that TBI had already looked at the vehicle. Now, I don't know if they were saying that's what they were told by the seller, or if they're saying TBI came and looked at it. I don't know. But let's just say, what if they were lied to? And then they go to sell the vehicle, and Robin's the buyer and her husband at the church. Or did Robin create a fake account when all this started heating up just recently? Did she create a Mrs. So-and-so account to come out and be like, because she was told, Robin was the one that was told, it had all been checked out and cleared. That's what this other person, Mrs. So-and-so, had claimed, is that she had bought the truck from Paul Hill in 2022. Now, did not say Robin Lane, but hey, all it is a couple tat, 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 and you got a new name, right? And that she had been told that TBI had cleared the truck. But we now know ain't nobody found the red Tacoma truck unless FBI did. And is that the true lead that led him to Paul Hill's property? I know, that's how I feel a lot too. Yeah, there's a lot we could get deep into this. There is a lot. Super Flag, good to see you. This is all crazy. Arrest them all. Because all of them are trying to throw the cops off. Could be. Loose Cannon says, very, very could have not all churches are good. Some are covering up for something. Indeed. I told you, this church gives me the vibe, just my humble opinion, of the Romanian angels kind of energy. It's creepy. I don't know. TBI, don't know what's going on. All right, my lovelies, this is where I'm going to leave you today. I don't want to be on here for 2 days and just drag it out, but you get what I'm saying. I just wanted to refresh our memory, talk about this new lead, allegedly, because we have no proof. It's all speculation, leak news, and we'll see where we go tomorrow, right? It is strange, right? And the other thing I'm going to leave you with is, all these good folks sure stand up for Paul Hill, don't they? He's a good God-fearing man. He goes to church all the time. Could there be something with that church? Does his son go to that church? I don't know. Randy, maybe Freddie, or Frankie, or whoever the other brother is. Did they sell the truck to Robin? Did she make up an account named Mrs. Boo Boo or whatever and make the claim that, she bought the truck and TBI had already cleared it, when all along she knew damn well they hadn't cleared it? I don't know. Hope everybody does have a good afternoon. I love you to the moon and back. Please say a prayer for Summer, Moon Utah Wells, Sebastian Rogers, Lily, and Jack Sullivan. I know more docs have dropped over on the Lily and Jack Sullivan case. I will see if there is some new information to go over, and if so, I will bring it up to you. Until new information comes out, I will see you again. Thank you so much for all the hypes, the replays. Thank you for being on the live. Thank you for subbing up. Thank you for everything. I love you. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now, love.